For anyone who had any questions about what's happening out here at Liberty Station, you can now put those questions to rest. Like it or not, the old military barracks will be coming down, and the city's next homeless shelters will be going up.
There is no doubt. People showed up with hope, thinking that they were going to get more information about it, that they would have input, and their questions would be answered. What happened? They were basically told one question was answered, and that is, what can we do to stop it? Nothing was the response.
For the past several months, the area known as H Barracks has been the talk of the town as a possible site for a massive homeless shelter. Despite growing community concern, the talking is over and the city is moving forward, starting with asbestos removal from the old Navy Barracks.
So there is absolutely no question. We heard definitively last night at the community conversation meeting hosted by the Point Loma Association that this project is a priority of Mayor Gloria and District 2 Council Member Campbell. Yep. And so it is going forward. There's nothing that the community can do.
With the homeless population getting bigger by the day and the options running out, this piece of city-owned property rose to the top as a prime location for the new shelter. According to the city, it could house between 300 and 1,000 people when it's done, a concept that has the support of the Lucky Duck Foundation.
We've, for years, have supported activating underutilized government-owned properties. That's exactly what H Barracks is. Acres upon acres of underutilized property that can and should be quickly activated to address homelessness, the region's most pressing issue.
In the past, this area was home to the U.S. Navy. In the present, it will be a massive homeless shelter with much needed services. But in the future, the homeless camp will be removed to make way for the Pure Water Project. So once again, this is a temporary solution.
I think one of the most frustrating aspects for me is that this is a temporary spring-up shelter that's costing us between $7 million and $20 million, and it's going to be very short-lived.
Given the other options or lack of options, using government land and putting up a massive tent city will be much cheaper than some of the other alternatives.
This type of strategy, round numbers, beds can come online for $10,000 to $15,000 to $20,000 per bed. If you look at permanent supportive housing, building housing, or acquiring housing, it's like $500,000 per unit, per bed.
So the construction crews are already on site. They're removing asbestos. Next step, tear down the old barracks and erect a couple of massive pop-up tents. This we do know, but there's a lot that we still don't.
How are we going to secure the shelter so that we don't have overflow into our tourist areas affecting businesses, and that it's safe, secure, and that these individuals actually get the services they need?
Earlier today, I got a chance to speak with one of the members of the construction crew, and he told me that the asbestos removal is almost complete. The next step will be taking down all the buildings that you see behind me and popping up those tents. Time frame wise, the city of San Diego is trying to actually get this all together by the time summer rolls around. As for the Pure Water Project, which will be moving in here in 3 years, well, yes, that will be taking the place of the homeless shelter, and those folks will have to find another place to live. Another concern, and this is from the Lucky Duck Foundation, who supports this whole effort. They're worried that there will be no net gain of getting people off the street. The city of San Diego is planning on transferring some of the homeless people that are in current shelters and closing down some of the current shelters and transferring those folks over here to Liberty Station. And so the Lucky Duck Foundation wants to know, what will be the net gain in getting new people off the streets?